Input: how can one start a zombie apocalypse? The idea of a zombie apocalypse has captivated the minds of many for decades, with popular media depicting hordes of the undead overwhelming cities and civilizations. But is such an event truly possible, and if so, what would be needed for it to happen? In this essay, I will argue that a zombies apocalypse is not only possible, but that it could happen sooner than we think, and that we are ill-prepared to deal with it. First, it is important to understand what is meant by zombies. In popular media, zombies are often depicted as reanimated corpses that feed on the living, with no thoughts or emotions beyond a desire to consume brains. However, for the purposes of this essay, I will be using the term zombies to refer to any organism that is controlled by a parasitic or viral agent, resulting in loss of higher brain function and a compulsion to spread the infection. One possible way for a zombies apocalypse to occur is through the creation of a zombie virus. Viruses such as rabies and influenza have been known to cause changes in behavior, and it is not difficult to imagine a virus that could have even more drastic effects. In fact, scientists have already created viruses that can control the behavior of insects and other animals. In 2002, a team of researchers at the University of Arizona successfully infected caterpillars with a virus that caused them to climb to the top of plants, where they died, making them easier for the virus to spread to other caterpillars. It is not hard to imagine a virus that could be designed to infect humans, causing them to lose higher brain function and become compelled to spread the infection. Furthermore, the rapid spread of information and ease of international travel means that such a virus could quickly spread across the globe, infecting millions of people in a matter of days or weeks. Another possible way for a zombies apocalypse to happen is through the use of parasitic organisms. Parasites such as Toxoplasma gondii, which can infect rats and make them more attracted to cats, have already been shown to change the behavior of their host. It is not hard to imagine a parasite that could infect humans and cause them to become more aggressive and violent, leading to the spread of the infection. Furthermore, the rise of genetic engineering and synthetic biology means that such a parasite could be created in a lab, and potentially released into the wild. A third possible way for a zombies apocalypse to occur is through the use of mind control technology. Advances in neuroscience and technology have already made it possible to control the movements of animals with implanted electrodes, and it is not hard to imagine that such technology could be used to control the behavior of humans. Furthermore, the rise of artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things means that such technology could be widespread and difficult to detect. All these examples show that the possibility of a zombies apocalypse is not just a matter of science fiction, but a real and present danger. However, it is also important to note that we are ill-prepared to deal with such an event. The majority of the population is unaware of the potential dangers, and governments and organizations have not made adequate plans to respond to a zombies outbreak. The creation of a virus capable of causing a zombies apocalypse is a complex and controversial topic, but one that must be considered in order to understand the potential dangers and to prepare for such an event. In this section, I will provide a detailed and scientific explanation of what would be needed to create such a virus, and the steps that would be involved in its development. First, it is important to understand the basic structure of viruses. A virus is a small infectious agent that can replicate only inside the living cells of an organism. They are composed of genetic material, either DNA or RNA, enclosed in a protein coat. To create a virus capable of causing a zombies apocalypse, scientists would need to design a virus that specifically targets the human brain. The first step in creating such a virus would be to identify the specific genetic sequences that control brain function. This could be done through a process called genome-wide association studies, GWAS, which involves analyzing the DNA of large groups of people to identify genetic variations that are associated with certain diseases or traits. Once the specific genetic sequences that control brain function have been identified, scientists could then begin the process of designing a virus that targets those sequences. The next step would be to develop a delivery mechanism for the virus. This could be done through a variety of methods, such as using a virus that naturally infects humans, or by engineering a new virus from scratch. Once a delivery mechanism has been developed, scientists would then need to test the virus in animals to ensure that it specifically targets the brain and causes the desired changes in behavior. The final step in creating a zombies virus would be to test it in humans. This would likely be done through a process called a phase 1 clinical trial, which is the first stage of testing in humans. Such a trial would involve a small group of healthy volunteers, and would be designed to test the safety and efficacy of the virus. It is important to note that the creation of a virus capable of causing a zombies apocalypse is a highly controversial topic and one that raises significant ethical and moral issues. The idea of creating a virus that could cause widespread death and destruction is not something to be taken lightly. However, it is important to understand the potential dangers in order to prepare for such an event and to prevent it from happening. In conclusion, the creation of a virus capable of causing a zombies apocalypse would be a complex and difficult process, involving multiple steps and a significant amount of scientific expertise. However, with the rapid advancements in science and technology, it is not difficult to imagine that such a virus could be created in the near future. It is crucial that we take the potential dangers seriously and work to prevent such an event from happening, by investing in research and development, and educating the public about the potential risks. Ensuring immunity to a zombies apocalypse is a daunting task, but one that must be taken seriously in order to survive such an event. In this section, I will provide some creative and uncommon examples of ways to ensure immunity, backed up by scientific evidence. First and foremost, it is essential to understand how a zombies virus or parasite spreads. This will give you a better idea of how to protect yourself and others. Once you understand how the virus spreads, you can take steps to reduce your risk of infection. One way to ensure immunity is to stay informed about the latest research and developments in the field of virology and parasitology. By staying informed, you can learn about new viruses and parasites, as well as the latest methods for detecting and treating them. Additionally, you can also invest in researching and developing new vaccines, drugs, and medical technologies that can help protect against zombies outbreak. Another way to ensure immunity is to build up your body's natural defenses. This can be done by maintaining a healthy diet, regular exercise, and getting enough sleep. This will help to boost your immune system and make it more resistant to infection. Additionally, you can also take steps to reduce your stress levels, as stress has been shown to weaken the immune system. Another way to ensure immunity is to avoid coming into contact with zombies-infected individuals or materials. This can be done by avoiding crowded places, staying away from known zombie outbreaks, and practicing good hygiene by washing your hands frequently and avoiding touching your face. Another way to ensure immunity is to be prepared for any emergency. This means having a well-stocked emergency kit, including food, water, and medical supplies, as well as a plan for how to protect yourself and your loved ones in the event of a zombies outbreak. Lastly, it is also important to develop a community or social network of people who you can rely on in case of an emergency. This could include family, friends, and neighbors, as well as professional organizations and government agencies that can provide assistance and support. In conclusion, the possibility of a zombies apocalypse is not just a matter of science fiction, but a real and present danger. We must take this threat seriously and start preparing for the possibility of a zombies outbreak now, before it's too late. By staying informed, taking care of your body, avoiding contact with infected individuals, being prepared for emergencies, and building a support network, you can greatly increase your chances of surviving a zombies outbreak. Remember, knowledge is power, and a well-informed person is always better equipped to face any situation. Stay safe, stay prepared, and always be ready for the unexpected.